big implications. Chinese Taipei winning their first game, although it was a struggle for them against Hong Kong, and Japan coming off a loss in their first game to Australia. So this is the lineup for today. Australia, Hong Kong follow, then Korea, Kazakhstan, and then wrapping things up with an intriguing battle between the New Zealand Tall Blacks and the hosts Lebanon. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Mick Bett, and it depends how you look at it, Mick. You know, this you look at the group, and Chinese Taipei, they've already got one win in the bag, so they can perhaps feel comfortable from that standpoint. Japan, on the other hand, know that they've faced a team that probably is everybody's favorite to go ahead and win this FIBA Asia Cup. First-timers Australia. Nevertheless, Japan would like to have that win, so they're under a little bit of pressure coming into this game against a Chinese Taipei team that has beaten them in international competition before.
Yeah, well, thanks, Jeff, and good afternoon, everyone. It's an interesting game because it's actually, if you look at Australia being maybe the best team in this group, we're going to go 3-0. If we are battling for 2 and 3 positions, Hong Kong are probably the cellar dwellers, the team that everybody might just get a win over. So this game is vital in determining who might come second, who might come third, and that's what's up for grabs, because the playoff into the quarterfinals will be through those 2 and 3 positions, and you might get an easier draw if you come second. With the way results go, you never know, I guess. But all to play for to get that second victory for the Chinese table, get the elusive first victory for the Japanese.
Number 25, Takatoshi Furukawa.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Middle East. We're in Beirut, Lebanon. It's day 3 of the FIBA Asia Cup 2017. The games are coming fast and furious. Maybe they should make a movie. Anyway, we're introducing Japan now, and we're going to look at the Chinese Taipei players come out. And then we're going to have a playing of the national anthems. Chinese Taipei are a dangerous team in these competitions, and you don't really worry too much at this stage about that if you're Japan, because you know you've also got another game coming up against Hong Kong, and you really need to get that one win, probably against Hong Kong, to advance. But nevertheless, they want to get on track against Chinese Taipei. They want to get as many wins as possible to carry into that next phase of the competition. And Chinese Taipei, we know they've come up with some big results over the years, winning in the quarterfinals against China back in 2013. So they are not a team, even without Quincy Davis, to be taken lightly. So we're going to have a pause in the commentary, and then we'll continue the build-up to this opening game of the FIBA Asia Cup, Day 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthems. First, the anthem of Japan. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Chinese Taipei.
So Chinese Taipei and Japan just a few minutes away from tipping things off here in Beirut, Lebanon. It's day 3 of the FIBA Asia Cup, and we'll get a look at the referees who will be doing this game. And what if you might say yesterday's games were pretty complicated for the referees. There were some incidents that happened.
Busy day, wasn't it?
Including the opener.
Yeah.
Calvin Abueva being ejected for a headbutt. And we think there were some other things going on that probably led to that headbutt. So you can see the referees, Jalajari, Wang, and Boron from Indonesia, China, and the Philippines. And I'm going to dip into your wealth of knowledge.
Go for it.
The Bible of information when it comes to the FIBA Asia Cup, and talk about these two teams here as we see the lists of both teams, and also we'll see who the coaches are going to go with their starting fives.
Well, these two teams have a recent history in terms of games played, don't they? There's a qualification tournament. Let's look at the rosters first. We'll talk about that. You look at their, I thought Tagashi, number 2 there, Yuki Tagashi, took your eye, Jeff, I think, as well, in terms of point guard position. Very compact player. Really got the Australians on their back heels in that first game, but couldn't quite sustain it in third and fourth quarters. I think they'll start Tagashi. He deserves it. I'm interested with Ira Brown gets a start on the right of your screen there. He does indeed. Furukawa, Tanaka, Ota will back up Tagashi. Japan have a lot of experience coming into this game. The program's on a high in terms of development back home. What can they do at the senior level here to really fulfill that? This game might have some of those answers. As for Chinese Taipei, of course, Quincy Davis missing, injured before the tournament. He was instrumental, 29 points in the victory that Chinese Taipei took over Japan in the semi-final in terms of qualification for this tournament. And you see Lu, Chu, Xiang, and Yu, I think it was, the start for Chinese Taipei. So missing Davis, and a win against Japan 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, I'm not sure, but it is going to be tough ask for these Chinese Taipei players to suddenly turn around and make this turn this into a victory. 7th of June it was. June the 6th was when they played. The 7th of June was Chinese Taipei went on to win the final against South Korea. So they were on a roll coming in before Davis got injured, Jeff. Losing Davis before this tournament will undoubtedly inhibit their chances of progressing really deep into this tournament.
And what do you make of Hulu Lamas? His first time up to go up against Australia. That was perhaps a baptism of fire as the coach in Japan.
He got his first tee, didn't he? I noticed the following day he was sitting on his own at breakfast in the morning. I'm not sure there was anything to look into that, but I love Lamas. Very soft-spoken with the players. Obviously, he rises his voice in terms of decibels as the game goes on, and he's quite a fiery character on the sidelines. He doesn't let anything miss in terms of what's going on the floor, making sure the referees are on top of everything. So game number 2 for him, Jeff, and hopefully a victory for him.
You see Cho, Chung-san, and Hong Kong made it awkward for his team the other night. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure that these guys like the format of having every other day to rest, and so does he. Bang the drums slowly. So Ira Brown will jump center. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. We're in Beirut, Lebanon. It's the opening game of day 3, the FIBA Asia Cup, and it's Chinese Taipei in white winning the opening tip against Japan, and attacking the basket to the left on the screen, and they come right out firing. So
Chang Yuan, that is Jeff, little point guard, little jump shot. Surprised Japan gave it up so easily. No challenge at all.
Japan get it. We saw Ira Brown hit that shot against Australia, maybe a little bit closer in. So he's off target. Now the long miss. And Tagashi penetrating. I think he had 12 points in the first half, a game high, and didn't score the rest of the way.
Yeah, he did. 3 rebounds, only 3 assists for a point guard. So another bucket goes in for Chinese Taipei. So they've got their shooting boots on this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. It feels like morning. I don't know what's wrong with me. 30 local time start here.
Well, it depends. Is your brain in North America?
True, well, yeah.
Oh, and the 3. No, it's a 2-pointer from Furukawa, who really sparked Japan the other day against Australia. Of course, your mind could be anywhere. It could be in Europe.
Exactly right, yeah. It's right here now, Jeff.
The drive and the layup from Wu.
Nice little dump down there for the big man Wu. He's going to have to do some work today, Jeff, I think. Ira Brown's going to definitely keep him busy in that post.
We liked his wheeling and dealing the other night, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. God, I remember
his passing.
Seems so long ago now.
Furukawa, another one.
Whoa.
It's good.
That was a rain. That was rain on that one, Jeff. That one was wet.
I mean, Mick, just as a reminder, okay, it was wet because you're saying it sounds like it's going through water when it goes through the
I haven't got a clue.
And Wu grabs the offensive rebound and scores with the reverse, and Lamas might need to make a substitution.
Well, you know, they say when you play zone, it's almost difficult to rebound out of zone than it is man-to-man. That was exactly the case there with Wu getting the boards. Furukawa 3 for 3.
Third time unlucky. Hiromoto is going to come into the game. Our favorite number 88. Japan.
Bring it on.
Long shot. This, but Wu grabs it.
Another offensive rebound for the 5-4.
There's Cho. Back to Wu. Oh, look at him handle the ball. Look at the spin. Then, not quite as polished on the finish.
Just needs to work on that little Jeff left-hand hook, I think. Ota missed Brown wide open underneath a high-low.
Tanaka over to Brown, baseline, and good read from Liu.
Ira Brown came out early in the game against Australia, Jeff, and he's coming out early here. Surely he's not a 3-minute 20 motor. Goes for 3:20 and sits down.
I think it has to do with the lack of D on the other end.
Possibly.
That's a message substitution. Quickly, Cho misses, and pushing it quickly is Tanaka. Higashi has it, and Furukawa is off target.
Well, they got 2-on-1 down the other end. That should never happen. Japan just don't get back. Oh my word. Lamas.
The Argentina hairdryer is coming your way.
The Hurricane Lamas is coming out.
And the good news is it's 10-5. It could be worse.
Well, I don't know. You know, I think it's just that one bucket. He went through 4 players, Jeff.
More aggressive. Take 2 stop and shot, and you don't contest the shot. What do you think? And in our offense, all is stop and shot. We shoot all the shots outside the pan. If we don't touch pan, I cannot 60% for.
So he's really taking issue with having those open jump shots from Chinese Taipei.
That would drive me crazy. I think having English and then Japanese at exactly the same time as the play. It's very difficult to understand.
I think it's worth looking back at the tournament so far, and especially yesterday. I mean, let's be honest. You and I came in yesterday thinking, right, what kind of tasty games are we going to have today? And we were not perhaps as enthusiastic as we should have been. We saw some incredible basketball yesterday. So this
Jeff. This is what Lamas didn't like. It went from a 5-on-5 to a 2-on-1, and you got to stop. The number one thing about defensive transition, you stop the ball. You stop the basketball whenever you can. You do not let it get from foul line to foul line that quickly.
Yeah, that was like a layup.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff. You talk about the drama from yesterday. It was incredible from the minute of the first game.
Furukawa comes right out and hits a 3, but this is the part of the floor where Lamas wants to see some improvement. Yeah, they're going to be in that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, going to stay in that zone. He's got to make sure the box out from here.
Three-point attempt. And now look at this. Up to Tagashi. And he's going to take it and miss it. And that's an opportunity where Lamas wanted him to come down with the ball as opposed to trying to tap it in. And quickly, Cho hustles down the floor.
Nice pass from Wu. The first big down the floor, and the trailer was exactly right. Ho Po Chun, Cho Po Chen.
Interesting how Hiyajima, there's the pass and the foul. You know, coming in, I would have expected Hiyajima to be that main man. And I mean, you never know really what's happened throughout the season, and you know, it's Lamas can only make judgments on what he's seen so far. And he'll come in and play big minutes.
15 minutes in against Australia, 2 points only. But yeah, you're exactly right. New coach comes in, new look. Are you working as hard as I think you want? You need to work, and then maybe you take away his minutes and you make him work a bit harder. Nice look there from Tanaka, 24 for Japan, that freed up Atsuya Ota, the 6'9" forward. He only had 2 points against Australia too. He'll be looking for a better game today.
I'll tell you, one of the challenges, as you see the free throws going in, is the communication with Lamas and the Japanese players. Has to have a translator, and you know, we'll have to inquire, see if that is a challenge for them.
Yeah,
it seems like it would be. It's one of the things that happens when you bring in a foreign coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
that's a ball pass.
That should have fit off of the show.
Yeah, that should have been a shot. Everybody thought Leo was going to shoot that ball. He ends up passing it. He holds his hands up to apologize. Is he coming out here? Doubt it. Yeah, he is indeed.
Cho says, I don't need the ball being thrown off my head at this time of the day.
The one-man drummer beats his drum up there. Penetration to Kashi. Moto here, the 88 on his back. We've got a foul here against 13, Jeff, from Chinese Taipei. Who's just come on the floor is Lu Chengyu. .64 center. Again, both teams in a zone. I think it's the first time we've seen both teams play zone at either end in a game so far. Tanaka misses the jump shot. Chinese Taipei just looking to amble this ball above half court with a little, I'd say it wasn't even a fast break, secondary break possibly. They're into their half court now. Japan in the man-to-man.
And a little bit of a walk, and that'll turn it back over.
It was a hop skip to Malou, wasn't it? Just a little extra step from Mr. Liu.
I mean, you kind of alluded to it, Mick. Kind of confused what time of day it is, what day it is, because yesterday was such a crazy day here in Lebanon, in every respect, but especially watching the basketball. I mean, we just left here talking basketball for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Furukawa, I mean, Iraq, what a great game. Syria, Jordan, China, and the Philippines, and now it's Japan and Chinese Taipei. And we both agree that this is a continent that is on the way up. Here it is. Tagashi drives in, floats in, scores, and draws the foul.
Cho Po Shun's got the foul here. You know, Jeff, you're going to foul somebody on a layup. The one thing you don't want to do is let them score as well. You know, you're right there. You've got to make sure he doesn't get the shot off. You block it, whatever you do. You've got to get that ball. Nice play from Tagashi.
So Japan with a chance to take the lead for the first time. And they do. You know, they used to have Yuta Tabuse running the point. He was the guy that flirted with making it in the NBA. He was with Phoenix. Never really made it, but nevertheless, a very good player. Now it's Togashi. Togashi, excuse me. Cho, bounce pass inside to Cho. And the follow by Cho misses. And the 10 from the top of the key rims out.
Tough on Chinese Taipei. A couple of good looks there. They should have got to come up with something in that offense. This is Hijima, Jeff. You wanted him in the game.
Yep. And here's Hiramoto driving hard. Hijima number 6.
Foul is on 20 again. Cho Poshun, that might be his second. It is indeed. Just wonder whether they might bring him out. Look, Cho was the. Interesting. It looked like Cho got much of the body, more a lot of ball.
Shinuyama checking in, number 7. Backup guard, point guard. And Harimoto makes the second one. So it's a 3-point lead. A little bit of a cold spell for the Chinese Taipei team.
Yeah, well, Japan's only got Furukawa in the game right now who started, so they got 9 players in the rotation right now in the first quarter, which is pretty good going for Lamas.
3-minute drought for Chinese Taipei.
He's going to keep working. They've had some good looks. It's not that you're not getting the proper shots off. Shot clock's running down here though.
Puts it up and doesn't get it off the back. Now Hijima, and Hijima gets fouled as he attacks.
Hulong Mao gets that foul. I think Hijima's done well here. Hulong Mao, you've got to recognize that the man you're guarding is reversing. You're going to go to the hoop. You've got to get your hands out of the way. There wasn't really much place for Hijima to go and try and score with ease, that's for sure. Tonight that for Chinese Taipei as they down 15-12, Jeff. It's not the end of the world, but there's obviously a sense in Coach Cho Chun-san that things aren't going right. The offense going here, I think. These little markers there. He's moving those things around a bit quick for me.
Everybody box out and rebound. 3 off and rebound. Everybody pointer, shooting guard. Everybody box out and go to the different rebound. When we touch point, we score.
It's interesting that Lamas,
I haven't got a clue. As soon as the interpreter stepped in, I haven't got a clue.
he's even shouting Lamas, but they can't understand him. So maybe he just needs to lower his tone and let the other guy shout.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's aware of that. Maybe. I'm sure there are some Japanese that speak English.
Oh, I'm sure they all do. Yeah. You know, I mean, we're talking basketball talk here. It's fairly universal, isn't it? It's like mathematics, Jeff.
It's like
mathematics is the same as the world.
Alley-oop dish. Get that shot out of here.
Coach, I'm open.
So Hijima now.
That was definitely not mentioned in the timeout. Make the free throws, buddy. What do you think a good free throw shooting percentage for a team is, Jeff?
70%. I think
that's
you have
the
to be at
marker.
70.
Well done, Jeff. Well done. So anything below that, you think you need to do more work. Anything above that, you're doing very well.
I can't take credit for that. That's just something that I've always
heard. And as a player, what would you think is a good percentage as a player?
70 at least.
See, so for me, 70% is a poor average. Because if your team average is 70, that means you've got players underneath it. So you need to be punching maybe up to 80%.
No, I'm not saying you go out there and shoot 70%. You go out there and you need to shoot as well as possible. But nice. I'm just thinking if you can do a lot of other things well.
Yeah.
The coach looks over at you and says, "You're only shooting 70%. Well, but at least you're getting me some rebounds. You're averaging about 10. You're playing some defense.
Yep. Foul there, foul there, Jeff, on Harimoto, the 88. Two fat ladies now. Shiniyama picks up this one. I'm not sure what he's done wrong. The only thing I can complain about him is he's got his, look at Lamas is over there trying to sort of question this call. Can't believe it. The only thing I'm going to say is the referee just threatened him with a technical foul, Jeff. He did, you know. I think it's because the assistant jumped up.
He got one the other day.
Yeah.
Pump fake. Now, Yajima over to Harimoto. Nice break for Team Hayabusa.
Good double team there from Japan. This is good defense here.
Three finally falls for Liu.
You know, if Harimoto hadn't bitten on the pump fake, he might have bothered that shot a little bit more.
And sweet move inside from Hiyajima. Starting to see a little bit more from him now.
Yeah, you like him, don't you? Needs to really sort of take control of that point guard position, that off guard position, maybe.
Corner.
A lot of pump fakes from Chinese Taipei. He's got to go up and shoot the ball.
Crash.
Nice hustle too from Harimoto. He's everywhere right now.
His insertion is good. Layup in the end for Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, fortunate, wasn't it? Cho Pushun just in the right place at the right time, but loose ball under that bucket. I think Japan should have cleaned that one up.
Oh, beautiful drive, as easy as you like from Hiyajima, right
on the buzzer
at the buzzer.
No defense, Jeff.
Now, do you see what I'm saying though about Hiyajima?
Yeah,
it's kind of like playing amongst boys. Anyways, 22-17, Japan after one.
Hey, play more stuff.
凶，没机会就送就走掉了，都在想自己啊，我们都在想自己怎么打得出来呢？他前面外面压得很凶，压得很凶。
So, shooting percentages.
well, you can look at that.
Much better inside the arc for Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, you'd think Japan would probably shoot a little better with the score line, but it's the free throws, Jeff, that's the difference. Chinese Taipei yet to get to the line. Japan 6 of 7. There's a long way to go in this one, that's for sure, and there's no need to panic if you're a Chinese Taipei fan.
That was kind of part of the turnaround for Japan. Higashi. And that was Harimoto getting in there. I tell you, you know, when you coach in a tournament like this, you have to have a very short memory. You have to have a long memory, but also a short memory. So for Japan and for Lamas, you got to know that you played Australia, they were great. But you also got to know that in 48 hours, you're going to play again. And you're going to just put it behind you, come out and play. And with that being said, looking at Lamas, it seems like he's really into this. He's really enjoying it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you've got to, I mean, I think that's the biggest part of it. The coach has to be the most enthusiastic person on the team. And if you don't believe, then nobody else will believe.
I mean, the India coaches got to have that approach. And indeed, they get it inside.
One of the Takeuchi boys there, Kosuke Takeuchi.
Veteran.
I wonder what it's like for him not playing without his twin anymore at the national team level.
They say something about twins always want to be around each other, don't they? Here's the jump shot.
Well, Japan are rampant now, Jeff.
Ira Brown back in, and he fights for the rebound, gets it back.
You know what? He didn't get to score, but he just got the ball and made sure that was going to be his.
Yama with the left hand. I'll tell you, those second opportunities, those offensive rebounds are just crucial, aren't they?
Yeah. And a nice little tough Shiniyama just threw it up there. The front of the rim is so loose and soft. The ball just drops in with ease.
Fouls, they cross midcourt.
Yeah, Tanaka well, he just knew the defender was there going to reach. He just made a very delicate crossover.
What do you think about the approach right now of Akatsuki 5?
Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing really well.
That's the nickname of Japan.
Is that right? Yeah, got it.
But the thing is, they've also got 7 other players. So should it not be Akatsuki 12?
Yeah.
I guess it just refers to
Just
5 on the court.
Or the 5. Yeah.
And look at that.
Well, they can't match now, right now, Takeuchi, and they can't match Ira Brown.
Oh, look at the nice touch pass from Shiniyama. Back to Wu. Nope, he's going to have it taken away. Ira Brown now.
Jeff, was that not called unsportsmanlike?
Should it have been?
Well, I'm just wondering. Here we go. There's the replay. Let's have a look. Oh, come on, there, ref.
Yeah.
There's got to be a play on the ball.
I think so. I think they got to really clamp down on it. Players got to know they got to be playing the ball. The rebound now back.
A couple of bullets dodged there from Chinese Taipei. Takeuchi misses back-to-back jumpers.
Wu drifts in, back outside to Wu. There he is.
Yeah,
it's gonna be an over and back.
Good call.
Good pressure by Shiniyama.
Well, I see, interesting here that Jiang is arguing that it was tipped, but he didn't realize that his movement towards the ball and touching the ball began in the front court. This is a good call. Baba is in the game for Japan, Jeff, the 18.
And it goes to Brown. Brown goes up and goes up strong but doesn't finish.
I think in his younger days that might have been an easy flush, you know. Maybe he doesn't have the ups he used to have. Nice Takeuchi dumps that one in the cheap seats there. Little Liu Chiang throws one up. Timeout for Chinese Taipei again, Jeff. That's their second of the game.
Well, things are not going their way. They were up quite big.
In the last offense, no problem. Good shot, no problem. But if everybody understands game is here in the defense.
这边也不动，这边没办法投，这边下去了，这边不动了，我完全没办法传球，赶快插上来。我换边进来的做的反面 running 嘛，了解吗？这一波做到。
Maybe Tanaka and Aida second pick and roll. Tanaka and Aida.
なのでそれがコースさんの方が最初で。
And this, you play with Aida, And post baseline. Okay, go.
So the dangerous moment of the game for Chinese Taipei, and certainly an opportunity for Japan if they keep playing the way they are to really build an even bigger lead by halftime.
I'm going to look the other way, Jeff. I'm going to say that Japan have had opportunities to make this 15-point game, so therefore Chinese Taipei have a good opportunity to get this down into single digits, because Japan have not really capitalized as much as they should have done.
Well, it is single digits.
Yes, thank you. Singular.
Ooh, dangerous pass.
Let's say closer to even Stevens. That's our prediction. Maybe a 3 or 4 point game at halftime.
Well, we shall see. And Tanaka drives in. Now,
Yeah, good pace from Chinese Taipei here. He's got to make a couple of shots here.
Jake darts in. Shinoyama, and Liu shoots right over him. Gets it back now to 26-19.
Nice play from Liu. Liu just leaning back as the defense went through, gave a bit of space.
Ira Brown gets it back, he's going to put it up. One of those days for him offensively, struggling to get it in the basket. Shinoyama putting the pressure on Show.
Defense there from Shinoyama, just reaching in. Claim to the referee, it was Japan ball. They are Chinese Taipei now. Big chance to get back in this game.
So puts his head down, gets it back, and a little fadeaway. Shinoyama. Japan puts it very quickly. All right, Brown takes the contact, and this time gets it to go in.
Yeah, super move from Brown, and he deserved that really. The amount of work he's put into this second period, Jeff. It's just only justice for his deserts.
So Baba really did well to get it up there quickly. It takes a little bit of speed. He's picked there, and new little baseline jumper. Shinoyama is fouled as he goes up for the board. It's a ticky-tack foul.
Chang's picked up this. I don't think he knows what he's done. He's probably just reached in at the last minute. As Ota comes back in. Huge number 8 for Japan.
Shinoyama getting a lot of minutes. 4.5. Japan up by 9. Spreading the court. Baba over to Shinoyama. Shinoyama, the lefty, rains a three-pointer.
Oh, there's your double digits right there. Now there's a lot of... Oh, my goodness, travel. Yeah, it was indeed. Good call, referee.
The referee was like, did I just see that?
Yeah, exactly right. I think we're all like that. And then
It was so obvious.
we started waiting for the whistle to go.
And there you have it, alley-oop pass. A finish by Baba, and the lead has ballooned now to 32-19. Although the points are slow to register. 33-19. On the baseline, another interception, and 3-on-1, 3-on-2 break. And great finish once again from Baba. He really does bring it, doesn't he?
And they don't have timeout either. They took the timeout with 6 minutes to go. Chinese Taipei will have to weather this storm on their own. 16 down.
Taipei desperately in need of a basket now. Liu. And again, another turnover. Shinoyama. Penetration and the basket by Ota.
Shinoyama to Ota, and Ota, he's setting the pick and roll on the far side, and Shinoyama just hoping he was going to go to the bucket, but he led him with the pass with precision. Chinese Taipei defense all over the shot. I think right now they'd have that timeout back.
Yeah. And well spotted. He just kind of pushed off with his left arm.
I say, Jeff, Coach Cho would love to have that timeout back right now. So much for my 3 or 4 point differential at halftime. Got that one completely wrong, didn't I?
Well, it's still got time. Maybe they can turn it around here. Brown doing a little too much ball handling there.
Yeah.
Good help D from Chinese Taipei. 7 on the shot clock. Kawa counted, and land of the rising sun just keeps rising.
He leads all scorers at 11 points for Furukawa now.
Now 3 attempts.
Yeah, they're struggling right now, aren't they, Chinese Taipei? Japan need to really go after them this next 2 minutes. Really hammer home this advantage.
The turnover. Oh, behind the back pass. He has got to make that shot. Got to make the layup.
Not sure where this foul is either. Shinoyama's got it 7, reaching in obviously when big man Cho was going to the hoop. Sorry, Jeff, you going to say?
No,
is the
when you're struggling like this, you need to get everything you can.
Yes, you're right. I mean, he should have made the bucket. Yeah. I mean, it's all well and good putting the ball behind your back. 21 points down.
I mean, the foul didn't prevent him from making the shot. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
And it only comes away with 1 point. So Japan doubling up on Chinese Taipei now. Looking to lower the boom, and another turnover.
Better defense from Cho on Ota there. Stripped him in the low post.
Oh, nice split of the defense.
It was indeed, wasn't it? Sprightly.
Cho.
Sided his way in too, didn't it? Really change of direction was great. But time out for Japan here. Interesting one.
Well, you know what? They've already done so well to build this huge lead. And Mama sees a couple of signs that Chinese Taipei are going to take some of that margin away.
Jeff, I think it's only the 14th foul, so it's going to be sideline ball for Chinese Taipei. So it's all well and good Lamas taking the time out. You're actually giving the opposition a chance to sort of run something special here at the timeout, at the from the sideline.
边式去做，防守提早做预防。我锋线随便一个挡他妈就出来了，我到他妈补死了。来，叫来，叫，有马，一个来，加油，不要紧。来，1、2、走。
diagrammed up, I'm sure. Wasn't meant to go that way, that's for sure. Another turnover. Be interesting to see what the turnovers are for Chinese Taipei when we get to half-time. Ooh, nice look. Baba going up there. Nice. He was almost going to flush that one.
Chinese Taipei seem to be playing with a greater sense of purpose. And they get a couple back.
Let's look for Cho post-shun. Low post move.
See, Chinese Taipei should have had this fight earlier in the game and they wouldn't be in this position.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Out of bounds. So with 17.4 seconds, another chance for Chinese Taipei. They've already taken what, 4 points off that deficit.
No, they did all right. This, if they get a 2 or a 3 here, they'll a bit of momentum, small momentum going into half-time.
Taking 3 points off the deficit, actually. Japan's biggest lead, 21 points. Taipei get a 3 here. That would be something to build on, perhaps. They're going to launch one and just get the rim. So, all things being equal, Japan in command, but they've got some work to do. They're up 40-22 over Chinese Taipei at halftime.
We see those stats there, Jeff, and Chinese Taipei 45, Japan 39% inside, but crucially 4 3-pointers and 6 from the free throw line. Chinese Taipei 1 of 2 only in 20 minutes of play from the charity stripe. Rebound is level, assists heavily favoring Japan 11-3. That might be something that Coach Cho Chun-san will try to sort out at halftime. 11 turnovers it was for Chinese Taipei, and an excellent 3 for the Japanese. 5 on the floor throughout that 20 minutes. Yeah, 3 of 5. Is that what you said?
It was.
Is that the nickname?
Yeah. Akutsaki 5. Akutsaki. Yes. Anyway,
You know what to do? I'm going to go up and speak to my Japanese friend with the drum and get a little interview with him.
You should do that. I look forward to reading that feature on the website. Okay, stick around for the second half. We'll be right back. It's 40-22, Japan on top.
This is when we show up together, watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out Father, stand by and we will watch the flames burn over and over the mountainside. If we should die tonight, we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine for the last time, calling out Father. Desolation comes on the sky. Now I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. And I see fire all over
22, Japan on top of Chinese Taipei, going for their first win. Well, 20 minutes away, but as we all know, a lot of things can happen in a very short space of time in basketball, international basketball, and especially in Asian basketball. This is the first of 4 games today. We'll cap things up with what we think is going to be the most interesting game of the day between New Zealand and Lebanon, although you never know what's going to happen. Australia's going to come out. They're going to be fun to watch. I can't see them having too much trouble with Hong Kong. And I guess big for Chinese Taipei, if they play with the same type of determination and concentration and the same type of defense, most importantly, and crashing the boards, that intensity as they finish the first half, they might be able to get back in the game.
Yeah, it's a good little poser in terms of a coaching strategy. Now you're 18 points down. Your team's not played very well. What was your halftime talk like? Did you sort of get after them a bit? Did you really sort of get them to dig down and realize that this is a make or break 5 minutes coming out here? I expect them to come out all guns are blazing, steam coming out of their mouths and noses in terms of the anger and ferocity they might kind of approach this second half with. And then again, they might just have a nice little calm talk and say, listen, you got to get back into it, and expect them to do it anyway. I think they need more emotion, Jeff. I think you're right. I think the way they finished the second half was promising. But they went from 9 points down, single digits, we talked about that, to about 20 in the blink of an eye. Turnovers and Japan's ability to run the fast break and make some J's was crucial.
如果我没办法带，我用传的，如果用传的话，就是这样子。但是他会换，一定要挤。记住最后一个概念就是，我们最后的问题都出现在每个持球完之后，再做单打，内线做漏 pose 的话，来了，其他就都不动了，所以一定要插中间来做。
Third quarter action underway here in Beirut, Lebanon, the FIBA Asia Cup Day 3. Chinese Taipei trailing by 18 points against Japan. And Wu dribbles the ball off his foot, but there was a foul.
Yeah, interesting call, isn't it? Because the turnover was going to happen without the foul or not. I think with Wu dribbling off his big foot. Otsuya Ota, number 8 for Japan, has picked up that foul. It's only his second foul. Won't worry him too much.
Takes a 3, misses. Ira Brown.
Very rushed, Jeff, wasn't it?
Rushed, and also, maybe be aggressive, attack the basket, like what we were talking about. But let's see how they do on this end. This should tell us a little bit about what's going to happen with Chinese Taipei. Ira Brown, and I think Japan caught a break there. The ball went off of Wu.
Yeah, Brown's got to shoot that, hasn't he? He's got up with emotion and shoot in the last minute. He's going to change his mind. You've got to just go up and go with your feelings, instincts.
Three-pointer is good from, who's that, Hijima?
Yeah. Same offense they ran just before the break on that end-line ball, and it was successful then with Furukawa.
Oh, nice bounce pass. Like he might have been in a shooting motion, but yeah, I would say it was before.
Just before, yeah. It was Furukawa's foul, number 25 on the end-line ball for Chinese Taipei. This first 5 minutes is critical for them. If they're going to get back in, they've got to get back in now. At least show some intent.
Katsuki 5 trying to turn up the pressure, and Chinese Taipei trying to get closer. Liu, Furukawa falls down, but then just a horrible pass right into the hands of Hijima, who pauses and then goes in and then makes a pass that shouldn't have been made. Chang goes up and it's blocked by Shinoyama. Interesting how Shinoyama starts the second half.
All right, let's all just walk back to the benches, sit down for 30 seconds, and come out again. And let's get ready to play ball. 4 mistakes in a row. Just a catalogue of errors for both teams.
Blue drives in, flicks the ball up.
Thought he could have got a call, Jeff, too. A little bit of contact as he went up.
And good recognition by the referee.
Well, and by Lou, too, because I think Lou saw the clock, therefore you put some pressure up, make the next split second for the point guard. Hijima look.
Yeah, he is. He was. You're right. He was shouting to the ref, pointing to the clock, the game clock, excuse me, the shot clock. And that tells you just already to 16 as 8 seconds have elapsed.
Just a little bit of extra time is what he's asking. He got it.
Joe with the long one. And now up to Ira Brown. And he was denied. The ball goes back over.
You know, Ira Brown did everything right. Then he got first down the floor, got his man on his back, kept him posted up, got a great catch, and then just couldn't quite finish it off.
Tanaka in the game, number 24. Wu takes it down, passes over to Lou. Shot clock winding down, so he needs to launch it. Ota gets it off to Hijima. An offensive foul trying to set the pick on Ira Brown.
Ira Brown got up to the referee. I'm not sure what you said, Jeff. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
You think that's a tough one? Maybe the arm pushed out a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah, at least that's what I saw. Just kind of nudged him out of the picture. So over to Choi. Good.
Foot on the line, Choi. I'm not sure I think he was looking to get back beyond the three-point line. Never got both feet back far enough. He's got his first 2 points of the game. He needs to get going, Choi. He's a good shooter.
Hijima floats in. You can see from
he's your man, Jeff.
From an offensive standpoint, he's got a lot of moves. And just a little bit too quick by Chinese Taipei in a rush there.
Yeah. And he's a bit of a veteran now, isn't he, Hijima? 1990 born, so he's a 27-year-old, 27 this year.
So he's not really...
In fact, he would turn 27 during the tournament, Jeff. Interesting.
Makoto.
Hijima, yeah.
I think he's an August 11th birthday, isn't he?
Well done. How did you know that?
I was just studying it earlier today.
What a brain.
Now, Ira Brown is fouled down low.
And his birthday?
Who's?
Ira Brown. He turned 35 just before the tournament, 3rd of August.
Danny Diaz of Spain, April 7th. I know that because that's my birthday. You can see him holding on there.
Yeah. Hand in the cookie jar, isn't it? Just reaching in. Zone for Chinese Taipei.
Shinoyama.
It's his own Ota with the rebound flying in.
Ota's been active on the boards.
Yeah. Well, they, Chinese Taipei just aren't at the races, are they? Just not competitive under the boards. There's too much going on for them. They can't cope with.
And Ota makes the second. Just looking back at the Japanese team that played last year. Trying to anyway. At the Olympic qualifying tournament. Trying to see how many of these guys were on. I was in Turin. There you go. Rebound. Hijima. Tanaka. It's not looking good right now for Chinese Taipei.
Ira Brown's got an offensive foul here, Jeff. I mean, he's had 2 conversations with the referees about, you know, different calls. He can't believe he's got this one. This is only his second foul of the game. That's not going to be an issue. He's going to sub out too as Harimoto comes in, number 88. Jeff, I've figured out why he's wearing number 88. You twigged on it on game day 1.
He fancies himself as being a wide receiver in the NFL.
No, you did say it. Yes, right.
Born in 1988.
He's born in 1988. It's got to be the reason.
Well, when you went and spoke to the drummer at halftime, did you ask him?
Great story, that, Jeff.
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
He's the one-man
foul.
traveling supporters club for the Japanese Basketball Association. Goes everywhere. He was in Serbia last year for the OQT. He was in Manila 4 years ago for the 2013. He was in Changsha, Hunan 2 years ago for the in China. He said the only place I haven't been is Iran, and that was last year for the tournament last year. He is the one man. Apparently, he's the chairman of the committee, the secretary, the entertainment secretary.
How can he afford it?
I don't know. Well, I didn't get that far.
And we met.
I didn't go through his taxes.
We met the supporter from Australia, didn't we? For the women.
Yeah.
For the Opens.
Yeah. They traveled. There was 4 or 5 of those guys. Yeah, but Eiji Tomita is his name.
And they whip that pass around. And Ota gets the offensive rebound and put back. He was actually Atsuya Ota at the Olympic qualifying tournament last year. They didn't have. They had a very different team there. But look at this. He's been very good. Active on the boards.
Well, you know, what's his height? 6'8". You'd think he's going to be very competitive, wouldn't you, in this climate against this Chinese Taipei team? So, if you're going to be that, Julio Lamas is going to demand it from you, and he's producing a good 7.7 rebounds and a steal. I don't remember this. I think I do remember the steal first half. Yeah.
He's not a spring chicken, though. That might come as a surprise to you. Born in 1984.
Part of this aging Japanese team, isn't it? What's there to replace them? That was the question we asked against the game against Australia.
And they pass it down low. And a bump. But it's 49-26, just Japan. We thought this was going to be a little more competitive from Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, definitely.
They haven't really been at the races, have they?
Well, you think they won June 6 against Japan in that semi-final in Japan. You know, I say on home soil in Japan, it was the victory for Chinese Taipei. Quincy Davis has 29 points, so you take 29 points off this team, and that's where we're at today, really, if you look at the scoreline.
Yeah, he's a vital player for Chinese Taipei, to put it mildly. And it was noticeable his absence as well against Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And the penetration, the drive, the rebound.
Yeah, Shiniyama had to shoot that really too congested in that.
You know, it's interesting though, you know, the East Asian Basketball Association Championship that you mentioned back in June, Chinese Taipei did win this game, 78-73. I mean, this meeting rather.
The qualification game.
Yeah.
In June 6. Yeah. That was the 29 points from
Davis.
Davis, yeah.
And it was so. But I'm just wondering if Japan are playing better now than they were then.
Yeah, and quite possibly. So,
I mean, that was just a monster effort from Davis in that game. on the boards. They had no chance, really, did they? Japan.
Well, you say that, but if there's still players to cope with it, it's just he came up with a big game, didn't he?
Three-pointer's good from Hijima. It was interesting, Wu only played 7 minutes in that game.
Well, the other thing, Hijima had 20 in that game, didn't he, for Japan? It 2 3-pointers, but big game for him. Turnover there for Chinese Taipei. It's going from bad to worse, really.
But you know who didn't play in that game? Haramoto. He was there.
He's a DNP, yeah.
And another interesting addition, Shinoyama wasn't in that team. He's played a lot of minutes today, so
yeah, played very well too.
Or Tanaka rather. On target.
Well, Chinese Taipei just looking for something to go their way right now, aren't they? Nothing at all.
And not to look too far in the past, but Furukawa was not in that Japanese team. So he's an important player. Anyway, the turn and the miss. Nice move from Hijima. Well, $1 million move, 5-cent finish. Left-handed shot, no good from the corner. Imagine if Japan had not reached this competition. What would Hulu Lamas have felt? See the three-point shooting, 1 of 13 for Chinese Taipei, 6 of 9.
Well, was he coaching then?
No, he wasn't.
No.
So he would have said, like, you guys hired me, but you didn't even make the tournament.
So Pavicevic was coaching back then.
And the three-pointer is good. Or the long one is good, rather. Yeah. Don't forget, Japan played at the World Championship in the FIBA Basketball World Cup that they hosted back in 2006. Pavicevic was the coach of that team.
Okay.
So, you know, to put it mildly, in my opinion, out of all of the World Cups that I've been to, I went to '98 in Athens. I went to that one. 2006,
Indianapolis,
2010, I didn't go to Indianapolis. I went 2010 in Turkey, and 2014 in Spain. And for me, the 2006 in Japan was the best. No offense.
For food and everything.
I mean, for everything.
Everything, yeah.
It was, well, just the whole experience. No, I'm talking primarily for the basketball. See, going through, I wonder what those guys were thinking back in those days, where Japan would be 11 years on.
Yeah, well, some of them would be teenagers, youngsters.
But they did get in 2006 one win. I think it was against Venezuela. I didn't watch them. I was in Hamamatsu. And what I'll always remember about that tournament, well, the biggest thing that I remember a lot of things, but the biggest was semifinals day. It was the greatest day of basketball I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was Spain, Argentina, went right down to the buzzer. And before that, it was Greece upsetting USA, 101-95. USA haven't lost since. Right now it's Chinese Taipei. Nice. Boy, that was a tough move from Liu.
Yeah, he just barreled in. Eased the space because he just leaned in with his body, didn't he? A bit of weight behind it.
Coming in, and the shot is good.
Anything they throw up right now, Japan's coming up trumps, aren't they?
Just that was Hashimoto. Yeah. His first basket.
Ah, yeah. And Hashimoto with the foul.
Hashimoto, yeah.
Down as a 2-pointer for Hashimoto. Jeff didn't quite get his feet behind the arc there.
Yes, Dad. You calling me your son's name? There is quite a difference in age between us.
17-8, the quarter score here, Jeff. So Chinese Taipei were looking for a big reaction after halftime. It's just not happened, has it? 10 points now for the quarter. 5 points in the second quarter they had.
Yep. When was the last time you think the Chinese Taipei played in the FIBA Basketball World Cup? You see the jump shot?
Oh, good question, Jeff.
From the collar? Never made it.
Oh, is that okay? Trick one, all right.
Up top.
Our friend Eiji Tomita up there with the drum is going to bang all day long on that
Did you get a selfie with him?
No, I didn't.
Hashimoto misses from deep.
Let's face it, Japan are going to be playing for a few more days yet. We can get up there and we can invite him down, couldn't we? He can sit right behind us with that drum.
Now, you know that okay, I'll get to this trivia question in just a minute. As the final seconds tick off the clock here, Chinese Taipei. And Harimoto steps in and picks up the foul. He's a nice player, Harimoto. Physical.
Yeah.
Okay, gives up the foul, but
you don't wear 88 unless you got game, Jeff.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
Now this young man on the line here, Cho, I'm expecting much more of him. Saw him in practice, liked what I saw. You know, he's got good balance about his jump shot, Cho Yishang.
And why aren't we seeing it from him?
And he's got 5 points on the scoreboard. I don't know, Jeff. He's got good body. Look at it. He's got some. Gets in the weight room. Looks after himself.
Is he too unselfish? Not aggressive enough?
Not aggressive enough. I think that's probably it. You know, he's got a good shot. He needs to be. You know, get back in the gym. Work on your game. Be a one-on-one player. I mean, essentially, Jeff, the game is a one-on-one game at different areas of the court, isn't it? At different times of the game.
It is.
Essentially.
He does have a well-chiseled frame.
Yeah. Not like Mr. Fung, though, of who did he play for? Hong Kong?
Yes. Oh, they give away a three,
oh.
And he hits it, and he wants to foul Tanaka. Tanaka says, give me some love, ref. I just hit the three, and I was hit.
I want the cake and the cherry on top. Come on, ref. I want the 4-point play.
If you're Chinese Taipei and that happens, you're just thinking,
yeah, let's get the bus warmed up.
Look at this. Chasing and not getting there in time. They have shot the ball well from deep today. They lead it 60-34 after 3.
Big difference in the three-point shooting we'll see in a minute, Jeff. 8 of 13, 1 of 13, the two teams, Japan, Chinese Taipei.
换一下那个国勋，可以注意看哦。我们现在的问题，注意看。
There you see your numbers there, Jeff. 1 of 13 for Chinese Taipei, 11 of 30 inside the arc. And Japan, although they're not shooting as well inside, they are 8 of 13 from beyond the three-point line. And that has been a big difference in a 26-point lead. It's miserable going right now for the Islanders from China Taipei.
So the other trivia question that I was going to ask you, you know that Japan hosted and played in the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2006. When had they appeared in the World Cup before that?
I'm going to say it was early. And I'm going to hazard a guess, 54. Oh no, that was Olympic year, was it? No, 54.
Okay, that is an interesting guess, but it's wrong.
Okay.
It was in 1998. Now, Chinese Taipei start and miss. They actually did play in Athens.
Oh.
That was potentially a great World Cup, and then the NBA lockout happened, and USA didn't send their top team.
Is that what they sent? Wasn't even like a second team.
They sent a team. They sent a good team. Don't get me wrong. And some guys that actually played in the NBA, but they were primarily European-based players.
Yep, that's right.
Remember Brad Miller played in that team. Workhorse. Spin move, all good. Pump fake from Morimoto. That's a workman-like three-point play.
Excellent play.
Opportunity. Now, you will find this interesting as well. Kosuke Takeuchi and Joji Takeuchi were in that team in 2006, so they have actually played at a World Cup.
Yeah.
And you probably knew that already. And they only lost to New Zealand by 3, and that was a great New Zealand team.
Well, J.R. Takaragi played on that one, did he? Or not? He would have done. J.R. Henderson?
No.
Did he not? Because he played in 2007 for them. That's why. Oh, interesting. Maybe that was the first tournament he played with him in the Asian Games Asian Championship in 2007.
So they had Daji Yamada.
They had no naturalized player in that 2006 team, huh? No.
Now that I can't tell you. Maybe they did, and the name was different. They're working it around the perimeter. Japan, they've gotten on top here, and they just want to turn the screw even more. And they put it up and score. And how about that from Ota? Or was that? In fact, that was number 10, Takeuchi
coming in, yeah.
Just talking about it.
Jeff, they only got 2 players in double figures. They really spread the load, haven't they, Japan? Share the ball, share the love. Takeuchi, a big rebound, veteran rebound.
Pass up ahead to Hashimoto. Passes it back outside, and Furukawa misses.
Oh, they can't even get loose balls. Look, they got white hands all over it. They can't keep it.
Oh, the drive from the veteran Takeuchi. And they are turning it on right now against Chinese Taipei. Takeuchi with 4 points. And Chinese Taipei called timeout, down 33 points. This is with Quincy Davis III or without Quincy Davis III, not a good performance by Chinese Taipei.
So Ryumo Ono is the only player that's not been on the floor yet, Jeff. He's the number 34 for Japan. Unless he's injured, he must be thinking, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to get some minutes. I'm going to get some MINS on my stat sheet.
And if he doesn't get in, then he's thinking, I'm never getting in.
I'll tell you this story. So a friend of mine back in Canada, he said, when I was in college, he played at Guelph University. He says, the coach came to me at the end of my first year. He said, this is a friend. He said, coach came to me, he said, listen, son, you're a 40-40-40 player. He said, oh, man, brilliant, brilliant. What's a 40-40-40 player? He said, if we're 40 up or 40 down, you're going to get 40 seconds. He's basically telling him, you're not going to play. Oh, wow. So he gave him the option of being assistant coach. Yeah.
And he took it. You did tell me that.
I did say that. Yeah. 40-40-40.
And now he's still coaching.
He's still coaching, yeah. 40-40-40 man. That might be close to a double deflection there, Jeff.
Now, may have been wrong as well as you look at that. The team that Japan beat in 2006 FIBA Basketball World Cup was Panama. It may have said Venezuela, I'm not sure.
Yeah. How did you not know that?
And Nolan Richardson was the coach that got Panama too.
No.
Yeah, they got Panama there, but then he didn't coach them.
Right.
Actually, there, yeah.
Couldn't make it.
And then New Zealand escaped against Japan. That was the game they needed to really win. They also lost a close one to Dirk Nowitzki in Germany. So, bring it forward 11 years, and here we are.
But you don't remember that 2006 World Cup for the failures, or the fact that Japan only won one game. You remember it from much. It's famous for much more else.
Oh yeah,
it's just
and
unbelievable.
also remembering going to a restaurant once, as we have the stoppage in play. Not sure why. Going to a restaurant once, and then as I exited, started to drizzle a little bit, and I was walking down the road, and then I heard, "Sir, sir, sir." I turned around, and there was a woman, dressed in traditional Japanese dress, running with an umbrella to give me. It wasn't even mine.
I mean, just the effort from the local organization committee was just unbelievable. They followed it around everywhere. Just
very good. That's the most organized event I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Incredible.
So yeah, they're hosting the Olympics. And
so if it rains outside today, you're expecting miracles, are you?
You could use some rain here. So yeah, it's a bit dusty. Now they're at the commissioner's table, and they're adjusting something with the scoreboard.
Yeah, we're ready now, though.
And something is still blinking, though.
Yeah, it's flashing away, isn't it?
It's like
Harimoto's 88 up there.
Christmas tree light. Christmas trees. Look at that aggressive defense.
Well, Harimoto's, no, it's a 0. Hashimoto.
Do you think with this type of lead, are you surprised to see this type of intensity from Japan, or you just say, no, come on, guys, we got to get after it?
Oh, no, you don't relax any intensity. You know what? There's points for the grab for the players, isn't there? You know, players like to score points, like to play and be involved. I always say points and rebounds make you feel like you've had a good game in terms of production. Like I say, Ryomo Ono, unless he's injured over there, I don't know where he is on the bench. He'll be sitting right next to coach right now. Nudging him. Nudging one of the assistants. Come on, get me in, get me in.
And Furukawa hits another jump shot.
Jeff, he's been on song since the first minute of this game, hasn't he? Just a really good shooter. 15, is it? Down to 13. Nice move.
Nice move from Wu. Just haven't seen it enough.
No, we haven't, have we? Flashes of brilliance now and again, but that's about it.
Harimoto has been working hard, so he decides he's going to take a 3. Ooh. Choi, your man, goes behind the back. Cho. And the miss. And now up ahead to Furukawa, and it's like we're watching Syria get up ahead on Jordan last night. That happened, what, about 10, 11 times, 12 times?
Here he comes. The big 3-4 on the bench there next to the table.
Ryumu Ono.
Well, he played 11 minutes against Australia, so 5 points.
So he did get in against Australia.
Yeah, to check my stats there. I've got him down as coming in, so I'll just go back and check that. Just hasn't got in today's game, that was my point.
He gets a hand in the face of the shooter, and then it's Furukawa that beats the opposition to the ball. Hashimoto over to Hiyajima. Whew. That's a dangerous pass. Hiyajima. That was good speed, but then Cho loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little out of control there, isn't it? It's my man over there, number 6, Mr. Cho Yi-shang.
Well, Ono's not going to mess around, but he doesn't make it. want to see more from, and he nails the three. And you're right. I mean, he's got the ability.
Good form, good good legs on the shot too. Rises quite well. Looks a fluid motion. This is good offense from Japan. Good ball reversal.
With his build, with Cho's build, your man number 6, is it a little similar to Carlos Delfino, maybe his type of game?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? From
take
Argentina.
2 or 3 inches off him, yeah, because Delfino's a big boy. He's 6'7", he's 6'7".
I'm sure Lamas over there in the Japan bench must be thinking the same thing. He's like, he reminds me of Delfino back in Argentina. Hyejima. That's the part of, might be the part of the game that Hyejima has to work on most.
The outside game.
Yeah.
He's athletic, that's for sure. He's quick, he's athletic, gets to the hoop hard.
See the rebounding numbers there. Offensive rebounds.
There you go.
That's the part of the game where he doesn't really need to work that much.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get to the hoop, getting that jump shot down is very important to the next level of your game. Third timeout here for Chinese Taipei. Japan yet to take one. I doubt they will take one now. The scoreline as it is. 4th foul on Haremoto, number 88. Interesting player, isn't he? He's 21 years of age, Jeff. So he turns 22 at the end of beginning of November. Young player, 6'5".
You know, I was giving Hyejima a hard time about his shooting, but through the first 3 quarters, he'd hit both of his threes. So,
yeah.
But yeah,
Not been paying attention.
Baba, yeah, I was trying to answer some of his questions. You were making me do some research. Baba, seemed to bring a sense of urgency, picked up the tempo a lot for Japan.
Well, he's definitely one for the future at 21 years of age coming in here, and maybe his importance will come later in the tournament, because he's going to bring that fresh approach, that young athletic presence around the court.
He averaged almost 8 points and 4 rebounds per game at the East Asian Basketball Association Championship.
Going back in June?
Yeah, back in Nagano. Yep. Nagano, excuse me. Where they had the Olympics. The Winter Olympics. Hashimoto pushes it. Oh, a little hesitation. Then he went in, a good hustle from the veteran, Takeuchi.
Yeah, nice follow from Tak. Nobody put a body on Takeuchi coming down lane, and my man, number 6 there, Cho, was right there next to Takeuchi.
So an all-Far East battle is being won by Japan over Chinese Taipei. Liu loses it. Japan probably will get up in the mid-80s. Maybe even hit the 90s if they turn it on.
Yeah, I think they'll get to about 83, 84, Jeff. I can't see him hitting 90. It's a slow affair, right? It's a real half-court game.
They're passing it around. And Takeuchi gets it back, puts it up and in.
Big game for the veteran, isn't it? Really good game on the boards, Kosuke Takeuchi.
And now this jumper and the explosion. What a play from Japan's number 18, Baba.
It's that youthfulness I talked about, Jeff. He wasn't going to hold it up, wasn't even going to look to pass it, was it? Just attack the hoop.
I like Baba. And diving on the ground, Hashimoto. I'll tell you what, that play right there just tells you everything you need to know about Japan, at least after the first few minutes. They wanted it more. Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, they have. They've been quick, agile, first to the ball, intentful. That's a proper word, I don't think it is, but
Full of intent.
full of intent. Thank you. Where were you when I was writing papers at college, eh?
I was
Writing your own in high school.
a twinkle in my parents' eye. Cho blocked by Baba.
Make me a
And he
believer,
gets it
Cho.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both. Cho's the man. I mean, he's somebody that if they can get him to turn it on, like you said, here's Baba. Baba's going one-on-one. Nope. Gonna get it over to Ono. And hit the shot clock, so it's back over to Chinese Taipei.
It's the fourth foul on Makoto Hijima. 15 points to his name, 15 for Furakama as well, 10 for Takeuchi. Only Xiang, Zhou Yixiang, Jeff, number 6 for Chinese Taipei in double figures with 12 points. It just shows you how much the reliance of this team on Quincy Davis.
About to expire, and Hashimoto once again drills the long J.
Well, Lamas will be really pleased with the play there from Ryoma Hashimoto, coming off the bench and just filling the shoes of
Make this is just a humiliation.
Chugashi. Yeah,
They've almost got. We're almost up 40. There's Choi.
Hey, come on, baby.
Cho rather.
Yeah,
Cho is the boat.
we can play.
Yes, he does. 85-46.
He might get a 19.
And the foul is Cho drive, so he will go to the line. I don't know, how are you going to regroup after this if you're Chinese Taipei? Because you're also going to have a tough game against Australia.
That's the problem, isn't it? You're going to get potentially an
even bigger beating.
tough examination. Yeah, I don't want to say it, but you're right, Jeff. Tough examination from Australia. Then you move into the knockout stage. You're going to play a second place team from another Group C, I think it is, or whichever this group is, or it's Group D or C, I'm not sure. Which would be, who do you think fancy's going to come second in that group?
Wait a minute, because let's just be sure. All goes out. Are they definitely crossing over with group?
Well, so I'm going to find out now. I've got it just coming up.
I was thinking that they crossed over. I might be confusing with the World Cup qualifiers.
It's definitely C and D crossover because they're playing on the same days, aren't they?
Okay, the ball ends up with Chinese Taipei.
So second in Group C will play third in Group D, and second in Group D will play third in Group C. They're the play-ins. They're the play-in games into the quarterfinals, you see.
That's right. So the quarterfinal qualifier playoff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Call it what you want. Yeah. You say tomato. Yeah. So if we look at Group D, We'll see. Whichever should know this, shouldn't I?
Well, 85-49. 48.8 seconds to go.
So this is a Group D game, and
the likelihood is
they'll play second place in Group A, which is Korea, Lebanon, or New Zealand. Well, you think Lebanon possibly? I got a feeling that might be a three-way tie. I think New Zealand might cause an upset tonight.
Well, if they were to do that, that should make some headlines back home. Because Lebanon have a good team. Here's Ono, another three.
Oh, what a rebound! What a flyer! Come down, nasty landing.
Is he regretting going up like that, Baba? Yeah. You think he hit the hardwood with his head?
Yeah, he just pinged it on the floor, didn't he, when he went down?
Shot clock winding down. Oh, nice pass. And 87 now for Japan.
Great catch from Takeuchi, wasn't it? Oh, a wonderful play from Baba. He's everywhere, Jeff. You know, there's something about this man. You spotted it. But,
yeah, he's got it.
We're going to see a lot more of this young man.
Whatever it is, he's got it. Did you see it hit the graphics, guys? That ball? They were dosing.
Oh, did it?
They were kind of like, wake up. Friends from Serbia. No, they weren't dozing, just kidding. And one last play, and that'll be it. So 87-49, Japan mete out a beating. And perhaps gain a measure of revenge for that defeat back in the East Asian Basketball Association Championship. Although this time they didn't have to face Quincy Davis III. Nevertheless, Japan looked good. One's in the books.
Stats there, Jeff, won't make pretty read for any Chinese Taipei supporters, but look at Japan, 10 of 20 from the three-point line. That'll be something they'll want to repeat later in the tournament. 9 for 11 from the free throw line. Rebounding margin really escalated second half, a 9 differential between the two teams. In assists, how can Chinese Taipei only come up with 7 assists in a game? 21 for the Japanese, and 17 turnovers. Actually got better, Chinese Taipei, the second half. They had 11 at the break, 17 for the game. Scorers there. Chu and a different Cho Po-shun, 5 in rebounds. Yi Shan Cho is the leading scorer there. Ijima in steals, Takeuchi in blocks, and Ira Brown in turnovers. Lu for Chinese Taipei was the worst defender in terms of giving the ball up. And the scorers there, high score for the game was Furukawa 17. Hijima, his best game of the tournament so far, with 15 and 8 for Takeuchi.
Who stood out for you today?
I think they all did.
Japan.
I mean, look at the scoreboard, Jeff. Everybody's got on the scoreboard. Hijima was good. Furukawa
was the guy
shot the
that
ball
set
very
the
well.
tone.
Yeah.
And it was interesting also that Shinuyama seemed to get more of the minutes at the point. I don't know if Lamas has decided, I know he's going to use all these guys, so it doesn't really matter when they play. But maybe Shinuyama has gone up in his estimation.
Yeah, that's a good point. You never know. We'll find out as we go through this tournament.
And also Baba. There was definitely a tad of lethargy in the play of Japan in the first couple minutes. Why do you think that is? Why is it hard sometimes to start?
Japan had lethargy.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
Yeah, I don't know, Jeff. Sometimes the starters have it the worst of all, don't they? Everything's new. They just maybe you haven't had a proper warm-up, or you've gone through everything and you've, I don't know. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to.
I got to be honest. I just like saying the word lethargy. But certainly I did see some of it at the beginning. So it's day 3 of the FIBA Asia Cup, and Japan have gotten their first win here in the competition. And Chinese Taipei they fall to 1-1. So plenty more coming our way here. Got any predictions for the next couple of games, next few games?
Yeah, I think Australia will beat Hong Kong.
Are you sure about that?
So I'm leaving it right there.
Words of advice from the sage. Big Ben. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll be right back.